world of JC. Who am I, really? I feel privileged, I feel honored and humbled to be speaking to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jonathan Kasgaire, Mr. Purpose. As Ken said, CEO Purpose Africa. I am a very happy person. Ladies and gentlemen, a month ago, I happened to meet Kane in Dubai. I happened to discover JC. And I told them this is something that could get me out of retirement because I have 17 years of network marketing experience. I started at a very early age. After my high school, I joined a very good company from America, selling aloe vera. I will not mention the name. And my journey started. Ladies and gentlemen, I discovered something magical in this industry of network marketing. Something magical that there's no industry that can really offer this if somebody's serious. For 6 years, I was committed to that company. I earned money, but not serious money. But I earned something more than money. So I want to start with 3 reasons why I would recommend anyone to join network marketing. 3 reasons why I would recommend my son, my daughter, everyone to join network marketing. 3 of them. Number 1, skills. This is an industry that will give you skills that you wouldn't get from university. And remember, we are paid for our skills. The quality of life we live will be determined by the quality of our skills that we offer in the marketplace. And this industry can give you the skills that no other industry can really give you. That's what I discovered. So number 1, skills. Number 2, this industry will give you people, quality people. And I can prove to you, where would I meet Kane? Where would I meet all these people that I met in Dubai a few weeks ago? And thousands I've met across the globe. This industry can give you the opportunity to meet the right people. And let me tell you something, the power of a good network. For you to fulfill a great vision, for you to become this powerful that you want to be, you need the right people around you. And guess what? Network marketing will give you the right to have the right people like you. And you're right. If you're right person, can you just write for me? Yes. Yes, yes. Let me hear if you hear me properly. Just write for me that. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Boss chosen. That's good. I'm telling you, I want you to imagine where would you have got such kind of friends that you have today if it was this industry. So number 1 reason I would recommend is skills. Number 2, people, because our quality of life is directly proportional to the quality of our network squared. So if you want to improve the quality of your life, you have to improve the quality of your network. Then number 3 reason why I would recommend this industry is money. Money, and I mean money in big capital. Can you put for me the word money? Money. If you really hear me, can you say money? Let me tell you something. Money is not everything, but it is rated to be second oxygen. I'm telling you, money is not everything, but it's rated to be second oxygen. You want to marry, you need money. You want to start a business, you want to eat, money. You want to be buried, money. There is a constitution of a certain country called heaven, I read in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. That constitution says that money answers all things. Money answers also. Money is very important, especially to help us to fulfill our purposes in life. So network marketing will give you those 3 things: skills, people, money. If you have understood it, could you please put it for me in the comment section? Skills, people, and money. That's why it's important. So in these 6 years of my life in that company, in fact, I could mention it. It's called Forever Living Products. In that company, I earned more than money. I earned skills, I got people, and then the money. And trust me, my life changed. It changed forever because I came from a family that was not understandable. As I am going to show you today, I'm going to share with you something. I'm going to share with you I need to share with you my screen. I'm sorry for this. I'm going to building. It's not coming. Sorry for this. But I'm going to share with you about my life, something that I have done, something that has really helped me as a person, something that I discovered, and let's get to know, because it's very important that before you trust me, you need to know me. You need to know me. If you are here and you say it's important to know someone before they talk to you, can you say yes? I think now I should be able to share the screen for sure. Share my screen. Oh my. Okay. I'm having some little bit of technical challenge. Zoom document. Mr. Kane, how comes?
Yeah. Can't you share it?
Yeah, I think let me share it with you. That maybe
Yeah,
then you can
yeah,
you can put it.
just share the screen. Are you using a laptop or cell phone?
Yeah, I see. SharePoint. I was using my cell phone,
How about the slides?
but it is taking longer. Yeah, the slide document. Yeah. Okay, I think it should be able to. They are saying unsupported document. Why?
Or just share your screen, not the file.
Ah, okay. Usually the devil is a liar. Anyway, I know. Oh, Camilla. Oh, okay. Ken, let me share it with you automatically, then you can put it there for me, right? I have shared it with you. Or if you don't mind, you can also allow me to share on uh, on Mr. Purpose or on Jonathan, because there I'm using the okay. Can you see this now? Okay, okay. I think now maybe there it is. It's visible. I hope. Do we see
Yeah,
this, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen?
it's
Do you see my
visible now.
screen? Okay. Uh, uh, okay, good. So I'm going to share with you today something about building a Jesse global business and the power of a new market. And why this? Because when I came in Jesse, I understood that surely that Jesse is going global, and that's why there is what we call the global account. The global account. So to me, this shows me that the vision of our bosses is going global.
Hello, brother. Your audio?
Oh, I don't know my network, but I was saying, uh, yes, Ken, can you hear me very well?
Yeah, it's okay now. Thank you.
Okay, sorry guys. So I'm talking about building a Jesse global business, the power of a new market. And I surely know that we are going global, as I mentioned before. And when I looked at the vision of the company, I understood that it's time to go global. And if you have a strong conviction in your spirit that surely you know that it's time to go global, can you write the word global for me? So that I understand that for sure it's time for us to go global. Let me have someone say global. Good, which means I'm loud and clear. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to talk much about myself because we have already introduced myself, but in short, I'm really well qualified mentor in the area of self-discovery, leadership, and business training. I've helped really many people in more than 30 countries to discover, understand, and maximize their life purpose. I've worked with many companies to grow their sales and leadership abilities. I am so passionate to see people, groups, and organizations that are committed to personal improvement in character, conviction, and leadership. I am so much kingdom minded, and all that I do are spiritually backed up by the spiritual principles. And that has really made it easier for us to achieve results as an organization. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to talk about the three questions of life. Three questions of life. Three questions of life. I know and I'm sure and understand that the questions that we all have to answer as leaders, I call them the three questions of life. Number one, where have you been? Because if we don't answer this question, if you don't know where you have been as a person, if you don't know your past, you don't know your history, it may be so hard to move into a new future. So where have you been? In bracket, we can put history. The number two question is, how did you reach here? In other words, how did you reach where you are right now? It's very important. In bracket is journey. Can you describe to us your journey? How you're earning that $1 million? How you're earning $1 million? How did you reach? If you're earning zero, how did you reach at zero? If you are poor, how did you become poor? Because both wealth and poverty are journeys. And there's a process for you to become poor. There is also a process for you to become rich. So you need to really describe for us the journey of how you have reached where you are. Where have you been? History. How did you reach here? Your journey. And number three question is, where are you going? In bracket, destiny. Where are you going as a leader? Where is your business going? Where you are right now, in 1 year from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself going as a business person, as a leader? So I began with these three questions because these questions really control us. This question will help us to understand how we are going to build our global businesses. And let me tell you guys, ladies and gentlemen, never trust a man without a story. Never trust a man without a story, because we are in the business of storytelling. When we are going out the world, we are going to share our stories. How did you come from Philippines to UAE? How did you manage to go to Singapore? How did you manage to go to Netherlands? How did you know, we want to know your story. So the more you become good at storytelling, the better for you to build your business. And I mean it. So today, I want to share with you a little bit about my story, because I've already told you that never trust a man without a story. Ladies and gentlemen, I can surely tell you that I was born in total poverty. I was born in total poverty. By the time I was born, my father had died. I don't know even the picture of my father. And when you see the little one there, not the little one, there's a baby, but I am second in a white shirt. My brother Albert, and then next it's me, that young man in a white shirt, and the rest are my sisters. I had very many questions in my life. How comes we are poor? And I remember the first time when the cameraman came to our village to take us a picture, that picture I will never forget. And it is there on the screen. They woke us early in the morning, and I couldn't wait I couldn't even get a shot. I just looked for something told for me to look nice in the picture because I was suffering from what we call identity crisis. When you don't know who you are, you think it's the clothes that give you value. No, it's us that give clothes value. So I was holding a Jumitex thinking that the Jumitex will give me the value. Ladies and gentlemen, life was so hard for me. By the time I got a chance to go to school, I was already old, and I had to walk long distance to my school. I had to walk a long distance to my school, and I had no shoes. I don't know if there is anyone who went to school without shoes. If you are here and you are not ashamed like me, please could you put the word I? If you have ever gone to school without shoes, can you give me an I? That's me jumping rivers going to school. It was so hard life for me, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not ashamed of my story. It's my story that makes me who I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember I was in primary 5, class 5. I don't know how it is in your countries. And that's when I got a chance to get the shoes. No one had shoes at school. It's only me who had shoes. And you can tell the only guy with shoes, it's me. Even some teachers had no shoes. You can imagine such kind of life. Now, when I grew up, for me to remain in school, I had to come in our capital city. For me to get school fees, I became a cobra, someone who polishes people's shoes. And that's my life. That was my life then. But trust me, today people polish my shoes by God's grace. And I had to wash people's clothes. I was washing people's clothes, ladies and gentlemen. Things were so tough for me. Things were so tough for me. And what happened was I managed to graduate in business administration and management. It took longer, and I will not want to tell you. The one in yellow is my mother. She's my hero because she has to raise 9 children. My father left me when I was still in my mother's womb. I don't know even his picture, but he had produced 8. So I was the 9th. You can imagine this woman raising 9 children. And we are suffering from a disease called povertitis. But ladies and gentlemen, I've been in over 30 countries. By God's grace, I started traveling when I was young because of what I was doing. I've seen business class. I've been in ICC. I remember when I was at the International Criminal Court doing some work, and by God's grace, and I love Uganda everywhere I go. That's why I have the flag of Uganda. Patriotism, very important. I was the first one to buy a car, the V8, the Benz, Mercedes Benzes. In my family, I've shared the stage with people and millions of dollars by God's grace. I have really organized conferences with hundreds and thousands of people. I have organized the camps. I have a reason to praise the Lord. Let me tell you, I have the reason to praise the Lord. If you are here and you really have the reason to thank God for your life, can you say I? If you really truly have a reason to thank God, can you say I? I have seen total life transformation in my life. I am married with 1 wife. She's a woman with 5 children, by the way, by God's grace. And one of the things that makes me who I am was I was mentored by the best. I was mentored by Dr. Miles Monroe. Those who know him, I don't know if anyone knows Dr. Miles Monroe. Can you tell me? Can you say yes? I know the guy. Oh, say yes. Just give me a yes if you know Dr. Miles Monroe. This guy really changed my mentality. This is the person that made me who I am and do what I do. I have been in meetings with prime ministers, with ministers, even with presidents of our country by God's grace, and not in politics by doing work to see how we can take our country to the next level. And this is really what makes the difference in my life, mentorship. And this is what we are going to be doing. This is my philosophy. I believe that The death of a seed is a death of a forest. When one seed dies, a forest has just died. Because inside a seed, there is a tree, and inside that tree, there are fruits, and those fruits have seeds, but those seeds have trees, and those trees have fruits. How many people believe that one mango seed can plant the whole of Philippines? How many people believe that one seed of a bean can give you a sack? So greatness is trapped in littleness. You can have a team of 2 people right now. You can have a team of 20 people. But trust me, a team of 20 people can become a team of 10,000 people if you are ready to lead that people to their destinies, if you are ready to lead them in the right direction. So I believe so much that inside a seed, there is a forest. Inside a seed, there is something that you can do to change the entire nation, to change everyone around you. So that is my philosophy. And I work with a dream chart. There's a book I've wrote on vision book. I am hoping people to put down their visions. Practically, they build, and I have seen for the last 8 years, vision book has transformed many people's lives because it is more practical, and whoever really build their vision, they tend to come to pass because it's a spiritual principle. Some of the things I put down have come to pass, and others, like for example, on my vision book, there is a private jet, 10 years, there is a helicopter, 10 years from now, 15 years, a lay jet, 10 years, helicopter. But I think with Jesse, I will achieve that quickly. So others, if a family yacht, we have the second largest freshwater lake in the whole world called Lake Victoria. So I want to have a yacht in the evening with my family and friends. We are there chilling. I have never seen anyone being taken to prison because he or she dreamed big. So I dream big. If you're a dreamer, could you say I? If you're really a dreamer, could you say I? Ladies and gentlemen, my story in Jesse, my Jesse 1 month story. So far in Jesse, when I checked my account, I have earned $7,167. This is 1 month, ladies and gentlemen, 1 month income, and we have not started. We have not worked. We are just starting. Anyone who believes in me, anyone who say that, Jonathan, you will make it in Jesse, can you just say, Jonathan, I believe in you? Just say something for me. Say, Jonathan, I believe in you. I'm telling you. So this is so far what I don't know. It is small, but I believe, as I've told you, that greatness is trapped within littleness. And I totally believe that whatever I'm going to share with you works. Why? In my last company, I built a team of 50,000 people in 1 year. 50,000 people in 1 year. And I know we are going to duplicate the same because I still have the same skills. I still have the same head, the same people, and I totally believe with the right mentorship of our GMK, we are going to make it big. And guess what? I totally believe the team I saw in Dubai, the wholesalers I met, the champions I met, I feel safe with you guys. And I believe that with you, as you are going to mentor me also, we are going to make it. I love that there's a guy called Coach J. I don't know if Coach J is here. I love the guy. Mr. Ferdinand, I love him so much. All of you guys, Janat, what a wonderful woman. Guys, I know I'm going to meet all of you globally. So this is my story so far in Jesse. Please don't laugh at me. I know it is small, but very soon this will be $2 million. I totally believe that because there is a Bible verse I read in the book of Mark chapter 9:23 that all things are possible to him who believes. And I really believe that this thing is going to be done. So ladies and gentlemen, let us start now a little bit on Jesse, because for us to build a global business, we need to first look at the vision of our company. So what is Jesse vision? What is Jesse vision? Number one, when you look at it, it says our vision is to promote a healthy, balanced life to every individual in the world. Can you look at that vision, ladies and gentlemen? Look at it properly, because for you to build any strong team, you need to look at the vision of the company you want to use as a vehicle to build that team. Because vision determines everything. You say, our vision is to promote a healthy, balanced lifestyle to every individual in the world. I put the word world in red because today we want to talk about the world and how we are going to build the business in the world. So that's our mission. But then we have to look at also the mission. What's the mission for JC? Our mission is to provide high quality products, formulated from the best ingredients in the world, which could help individuals lead a healthy and a balanced lifestyle. So as a leader, you are going to come up with your team vision, but your team vision should not contradict with the company vision and mission. Because you see, our bosses, Mr. Jonathan, by the way, I am privileged that my name is the same name as our boss. Don't call me your boss, but I'm Jonathan, ladies and gentlemen. I have not met him, but at least he sent me a video. I can't wait to meet with him. What a wonderful guy. Guys, can you, if you don't mind, can you clap for our bosses? I don't know how you're going to do it. Can you clap for our bosses? Can you clap for Boss C and Boss J? What a wonderful young millionaires. I met Boss Carlito and I talked with him for some good hours. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an amazing visionary. He's an amazing man. And with them, I know we are going to change the JC world. We have no competition at all. This is going to be it's going to be an amazing journey for all of us. I can assure you that JC has just started. If you have been here for 10 years, 11 years, count yourself as this person who's just starting. Set new goals, go out and make a new database. Who do you know list? Let's get started. So our mission is to provide high quality products, guys. Our coach and mentor, GMK, he has told you, he sent me products. I have used the products. What an amazing product. Organic barley juice. What an amazing product. For green, what an amazing product, ladies and gentlemen. When you talk about probiotic, what an amazing product. Collagen. I want to congratulate Janat. She gave me collagen. I'm looking younger, right, guys? Very young. Team no growing, no aging. If you are here, you say, we are not going to age. We are going to remain younger. Why? Because we have an amazing, amazing product. So, and this is the philosophy of the company. The philosophy says, live healthy, choose good life. Wow. Can you write it for me somewhere, ladies and gentlemen? Live healthy, choose a good life. Live healthy, choose a good life. What an important philosophy. So if they say live healthy, it means they're not going to compromise with the products. They're not going to compromise with the products. And if they say choose a good life should have money in the pocket. I'm telling you, a good life should have a style on it, should have travel with it. A good life should have incentives with it. That's why the marketing plan has all the things for you to take home. So if you are ready to choose a good life, can you just write for me your name in a comment? If you are willing to choose a good life, write for me your name in the comment. I want to know who is that person choosing a good life. I want to see somebody who is choosing a good life. Write your name in a comment if you are really choosing a good life like me, because I can't wait. Yeah, Shirley's choosing a good life. That is it. Don't say Mary, Wilma, Cecily, Jolie. Wow. People are choosing good life. Zeni, Emerson, Ruth, Rosita, Andrea. Wow. What an amazing journey that we are going to take, ladies and gentlemen. That is the philosophy of the company. So anything that we are going to do in JC must fulfill the vision, the mission, but also the philosophy of the company. So the question is, your team, are your team members choosing a good life? Are your team members living healthier? Or we are giving out products to people while we are dying with our diseases? That is a scam, because living healthy starts with us. We cannot recommend what we don't give out. We cannot recommend something you don't use, because, ladies and gentlemen, we don't sell products, we sell experience. We don't sell products, we sell experience. Trust me. Let me give you a testimony. I was going somewhere training. I was training a certain company, and I went with my bottle with organic barley juice. So as I was training, I was taking my juice. Do you know what these people said? We want to know what you are taking, and we need it now. How much sales did I make on that day? Over 8 organic barley boxes went. I'm telling you, I didn't talk. I didn't do what? People say, if what you are taking is what gives you energy to speak for all these hours, I need it. We sell experience. We sell what we have used, because I believe that the products work. So now I want to ask a question. What is the world to you? Some of you have chosen the world to become only Philippines. That's a lie. As far as I know the world map, the world is not Filipino. And I told you, I attended Como esta? By the way, Como esta? Like, can I first greet you guys? Como esta? Como esta? I attended the training in Dubai, and you are speaking your language. You are so proud of your language. But let me recommend you a new goal for 2026. Could you learn a new language? Because the world is a small village now. We are global. And if we want to go global, we need to learn some global languages. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to learn some global languages, because I want you to build your business in Africa. Africa has 54 countries. 54 countries. We are going to almost to 2 billion people. All these people, even if you have only 10,000 customers from Africa, you are already a millionaire. So what makes you think that you are only going to build in Philippines, or you are targeting only Filipinos? We are saying no to that. We are coming on board, and we are going to build with you. We are going to be in your conferences. And therefore, even today, we are speaking English. Anyway, so I want you to look at that map. See where I have placed JC logo in North America, in Southern America, in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, in Australia. I have put, now, can you see your team growing all over? Because with the internet, you don't need to be limited. If you are here and you want more money, really you want more money, can you say I? Because I may be talking to people already contented. But if you are here and you are saying you want more than you have earned so far, can you say I? Then I show you how you are going to increase your earning by 300%, because the purpose of the mentorship we are going to do here is going to be targeting on how do we increase our earning 300%, because it's possible. Trust me, in this world, you can. Why would you earn 10,000 a month, 10,000 US dollars a month, when you can earn 200,000 US dollars a month? Why would you leave it there? It's like you going to the ocean and you just use a spoon. You going to the ocean and all you can do is a basin. That's a limited thinking, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm talking to people with great mind who really want it big and to play big in this market. And those are the people we want in this mentorship. So I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that the world is there for you. So the question is, how many believe in JC to the world? If you believe that JC should go to the world, can you say yes, 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 yes? If you believe that JC to the world, it's time for JC to the world, can you say JC to the world? Yes, yes, yes. I believe it's time for JC to go to the world. I totally believe. This is beyond UAE, beyond Abu Dhabi, beyond Qatar, beyond Singapore. This is beyond. We are going into the world. Remember, does that sound familiar? There is a leader 2,000 years ago who said, now go into the whole world and change it. Now, why would you be limited? So we are going to build globally, ladies and gentlemen. So why a global market? Why do you need a global market, ladies and gentlemen? Number one, a global market increases the chances of success. If there is a war in Iran and you have a business in Uganda, you are not limited. You will still earn money because Uganda is at peace and Iran is in the war. I'm just giving an example. Now, and trust me, if you are business limited in one market, it could be growing in another market. It could be growing in another market, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I am saying you can never be limited. Sorry for this. You can never be limited. I'm trying sort of a challenge, and I'm going to be okay. Sorry for this, but I am back. I had some challenge with power. You know, anything in Africa is possible, and Africa is a very, very good place to live in, guys. Anyone who has been in Africa, can you say I? If you have been in Africa, can you say I? Let me see your hand. If you like, if sure you have been in Africa, as I bring my thing. Wow, Boss Chosen, you have been in Africa. Wow, that's good. If you don't mind, you could tell me the country you have been in Africa. We can't wait to host our GMK. Tanzania, I hope you saw elephants. I hope you saw elephants in Uganda. When you guys come to Uganda, we shall make sure we show you the big five because we have everything here. So why a global market? I said, one, it increases the chances of success. Number two, you can crazy income because a global market represents $1 million market. You have a competitive advantage. Trust me. And when you build globally, it will test your leadership abilities because of different culture. And team growth becomes easier because you have people of different tribes, ladies and gentlemen, on the team. If one tribe is lazy, another tribe is hardworking. And that's why, surely, I want you to understand that this is very important. So when you open, I want to ask a question. When you open your back office, what do you see? If there is no water coming out like a tap, then your business needs revival. When you open your back office and there's nothing much, you need a revival. When you open the tap and there is no water, it doesn't mean there's no water in the lake or where there's the source of your water in your country. It is there. They simply mean they have just cut you off. So it's very important to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that a new market will help you to have a good back office. And that's what we need. So I want to talk a little bit about leadership attitude. I want to give you a saying. An army of a sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. An army of a sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. If you put 1,000 sheep here, and you give them a lion as a leader, and you put 1,000 lions this side, and you give them a sheep as a leader, guess who is going to defeat? These thousands of sheep led by a lion will defeat thousands of lions led by sheep. Why? Leadership is a product of attitude. Because the way you look at things will determine how powerful your team is going to be as a leader. Leadership is a product of attitude. So I hope 2026, we shall have leaders with lion mentalities. People who are saying we are going to eat these things for lunch. You remember when the lion look at the elephant, it does not look at the size. It does not look at weight, at how mighty it is, how tall it is. It looks at one thing, lunch, and it acts the way it thinks. The lion has become the kings of the jungle because of one word, attitude. It thinks that everyone is lunch. I'm going to use a new English word. It thinks that everyone is the eater, and for it, it is the eater. So the question is, are you the eater or the eater? That word does not exist in English anyway. It's my personal. But you must choose that you're going to be the eater, not the eater, ladies and gentlemen. So, why leadership attitude? Why do we have to deal with leadership attitude? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, no man can live a life beyond his or her belief. You become what you have accepted as reality in your belief system. If you want to control any nation and you want to control people, control their belief, because beliefs become culture and culture controls the people. So if you want to control the culture in your team and you want to change your team, then change the belief system of your team. For example, what does your team believe about money? When we talk about $1 million, what comes into their belief system? Do you know somebody says, $1 million, Jonathan? You are joking. That one will never come to me. Such a man, however much you motivate them, however much you show them the way, they will never. Why? The belief have settled that they don't belong to that zone. So if we are going to change our teams, all our trainings must first change the belief systems of the people. And let me tell you how our own education system, our own leaderships in our nations have really managed to control people's belief. For example, Uganda was colonized and our belief was controlled also that way. So, but I'm not going to go there today. So our belief form our attitude, and our attitude determines what we get out of life. In other words, attitude is the outlook. It is the outlook. So what is the attitude that I'm talking about? It is a person's established way of thinking, feeling, and behaving towards someone or something, reflecting a mental and emotional inclination, often either positive or negative. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Attitude is a person's way of thinking, feeling, and behaving towards someone or something. Because I have seen leaders who are destroying their own teams because of poor attitude. The way you talk to your team, you guys, if you don't want to work, leave. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that kind of attitude can't build a very powerful team. So how do you towards people in your team? How do you behave towards people in different markets that you have built? How much time do you give them? How do you speak to them? How are you training them? Do you mind about their goals and their vision? Very important, ladies and gentlemen. So where do you see your business? It's the question I want to ask you today. Where do you see your business? Can you get for me any country you see somewhere in that map and write it for me in the message where you see people with a vision? Where do you see your business in 2026? Because from that, you're going to write it down as a goal, and then you're going to find a way how you're going to build your business in that country. Do you see your business in Russia, in Finland, in China, in India? Do you see your business in Sudan, in Libya, in Algeria, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, in South Africa? Do you know some of you call Africa South Africa? Yeah, Africa is so big than even how it is shown in the map. So could you put for me in a message, if you don't mind, a nation that you have identified there where you need your business, where your desire is? Where do you see your business? The person is saying world, Philippines, Kenya. Okay, who else? Who else? Let me see people who are desiring. Who says I want to see my Australia, GCC? Wow. Who else? GCI. Okay. Who else? You can write more than one country. Let me tell you, the more you write it, your belief system will start believing it. Qatar, all around the world. You have taken the world. I can see. Take it. Yes, why not? Take the world. We take the world. UAE, wow, great, all over the world. So, and I am going to give you an assignment. You are going to go and buy the world map, put it in your room where you sleep, a big one, get a good marker, good pen, start circling the nations where you want your business to grow. You're going to buy, it's an assignment, and during our mentorship, I will show you what to do with that map. So during our mentorship for 1 month, we will talk about how do we build in each nation, and individually we shall be talking. Individually, we shall help you to build there. We even shall do Zooms for the people. Why not? We can do this. So make sure you buy a world map, put it where you see more often. See the world, see your life in those nations, see yourself building. This business I have put here, there is Manila city, Malikina, I don't know if I'm pronouncing, Lispinas, there are names here. Nixon should help me. Burican. So this business should go beyond Philippines and go to the world. That's why you have what you call a global account. And that's what we are going to focus on in our mentorship, global accounts. So you will buy for me that global map and make sure you start. So there are two attitudes that I want to deal with today. Two attitudes. One attitude says, I can't do it. Another attitude says, I can do it. Where do you belong? In which type of attitude do you belong? In the attitude of saying, I can do it, or in the attitude of saying, I can't do it? Where do you belong as a leader? Remember, you may have a position, but inside you, you are dying. So where are you? This I can't do it, or how can I do it person? Because, for example, you can say, really? How? I don't know even English. How can I build business in English-speaking language? I don't know even French. How do I build a business in French-speaking countries? Let me tell you, if you can say, how can I do it? Your brain will find a way to help you do it, because your brain cells are so powerful that you can do everything. You can do everything, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we are choosing. Yes, I can see people say, I can do it. You can. You can. So let's look at JC Team business goal. I'm going to use just an example. By the way, this is not a training. It's just something that I wanted to discuss with you today. But during the training, we shall go like practically one by one. And you have to have a book, and we work books. We call them workbooks. So you have to work them out. So today I came up with something on JC Team business goal. Building a team of 1,000 wholesalers in 6 months. How many people would say we go for that goal? 1,000 wholesalers. If you are the one, can you say I? Write the word 1,000. Write 1,000. 1,000. Not a word, but just a number, 1,000. If you are in the 1,000 club in 6 months, can you say 1,000 distributors? How many people believe that that is possible? 1,000 distributors, 1,000 wholesalers in the next 6 months. Because I'm telling you, this is very possible, very possible, very possible. So we have to look at, number one, of course, the task that we have, things I can do to achieve this goal. I'm saying I can recruit 20 leaders in March. I'm starting with the month of March. How many people say we are going for that club? 20 wholesalers in a month. How many people believe we can do it? And I want to see, and we are going to work together to make sure we do it. Like 20 wholesalers in a month. And 20 wholesalers in a month means a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just give example of just a platinum. Someone calculate for me. A platinum, we get how much? $138, I think, in Uganda. So $138 times 20 people. How much that in only in direct bonus? Who can give me the number? Get me how much we earn, especially the Dubai people. We are using the same system. How much do you earn from a wholesaler, one distributor in what you call wholesale bonus? Get that number times 20 people, and we are going to see how much you are going to earn. You are going to earn in March, because we are going for 20 leaders. We are going to recruit 20 leaders in March together. So in March, you can earn $2,760 only in direct bonus or wholesale bonus. Who doesn't want this income? Can you imagine? The world is there. The only challenge is you only look at the people you know in that small city you are staying in, and you feel like there are no people. But let me tell you, if you could open your mind to look at the world, you would understand there are people everywhere. You would understand that 20 people is a small number to him who has a mind of global business building leadership. You can achieve 20 even in a day. When you start using all the social media, you start using both online and offline business building techniques. Why not? So I'm saying in Asia, you can recruit 5. In Africa, we are going for 10 people. Can you recruit 10 people in Africa? In Middle East, you are going to recruit 3. In Europe, 2. Those are already 20. And by the way, you can achieve this goal. But there are new disciplines you need to develop. New disciplines you need to develop. For example, a discipline of developing a database. Any business is as good as the database it has. If your business has no database, you have no business. We call it who do you know list. Ask any business owner. He has the customers. The data of the customers is targeting. That's why globally, the biggest business door is called data. You go on Facebook, you don't pay for it. The guy is just because of data. He has collected your names and what? He's a billionaire because your name is important. Your name is being sold somewhere at a cost. So how many names of the people you have and their contacts and emails and numbers? So in the month of March, we are going to develop the data of 10,000 leads. How many people can go into that club? You're going to come up, sit on your laptop, at least build the database of 10,000 people. Because 10,000 people every day, I can choose to pick 10, and I call 10, I email 10, I SMS 10, as we are going to look in our mentorship, because it's going to be practical. Because again, then you have to look at how do I call a person? If I'm calling a person, hey, this is Jonathan. Julie, do you know what? Do you have a minute to talk? I have discovered something that I have always dreamt about that would put me on the table of who are who's. Hello, Mr. J. Do you know what? Do you remember when I told you that I'm always looking for something that could help me to achieve all I have dreamt about? Guess what? I have discovered one. Could you please tell me more about it? No, please, Mr. J. The purpose of this call is to book appointment, and let's meet at Marriott, and I'll show you what I am excited about. Wow. You have made a professional call. But you know what most of us say? Hello, how are you? There are these things here. There's a business I've seen. You never know it can work for you. Can we meet? Huh? You're calling as an amateur. You're not a professional. You are nagging people. Professionals don't nag. Professionals stay professional. So now what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to learn how do we call these people? How do we develop them? How do we email them? So all these things are going to be part of this mentorship. So we are going to make sure you have a team, at least the database of 10,000 people. Don't ask me where do I get number. Facebook is filled with number, TikTok, Instagram, streets. You can go to the district headquarters and ask them for the database of all the people they have. When they ask you, why do you need this? You say, I really want to be sending them encouraging messages because most people are stressed in the world today. Make sure, do your best to collect as many numbers, collect as many emails, collect as many as possible, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to come up. Who can tell me the new discipline we need for us to develop to achieve our goal? Who can write for me? Those things, I've left them there. When we come up with database, which other new discipline do we need? Anyone who can contribute? Which other new discipline do we need for us to achieve our goal? Which other new discipline? So within 6 months, what will you do to achieve this goal? I can say send 100 emails and messages every day. Every day. If I can send, wow, someone say Kalisham perseverance. Yeah, perseverance is a discipline. Most people don't know how to persevere because of one of the diseases of attitude that maybe later on we shall talk about, maybe in another training. So then you have to stay focused to your goal. And you have to reward yourself, by the way. When you achieve that goal, can you take yourself out for dinner? When you have recruited 20, take yourself out. You say, yes, 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 I have done it. Yes. Celebrate yourself. But there are some resources you will need to achieve such goals, like books on prospecting. You have to attend seminars, choose the right mentors, enhance your knowledge on duplication and retention, because some of us, we are very good on bringing people on board, but we can't retain them. So one of the training we are going to look at is retention and duplication. How do I turn a team of 20 into 2,000? How do I duplicate? How do I retain? All those things are going to be looked at. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still here and you are hearing me, can you please give me a yes? If you are here, I don't want you to be quiet. If you are here, can you give me a yes? If you are still here, and if you are learning, please give me that yes. If there's something you're learning, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want us to talk about again, why do we need to build a global business? Number one, I want to emphasize this point. Number one, unlimited income potential. Unlimited income potential. Number two, you will enjoy the ability to leverage the 24/7 boundary businesses. Your business will never sleep. Because when you build your business in different nations, you will never sleep. Your business will never sleep. In fact, you will be sleeping while earning money. Why? When people in Philippines are sleeping, in Uganda we are working. When people in Qatar are sleeping, someone somewhere is doing the business. So when you build a global business, you have ability to leverage a 24/7 boundaries business. Number three, you will overcome local market saturation. For example, you find that maybe the business in Uganda is so much known, but what about in Kenya? What about in South Africa? So when you open a new market, you cannot suffer the saturation effect. Number three, it creates a high residue income through international diverse and scalable customer bases. Very important. You will enjoy residue income. Number four, you can easily enjoy leverage and duplication. Number five, you tap into potentials of different tribes of the world. As I've told you, different tribes work differently. So when you build your business globally, you are tapping into the potential of different tribes, and that gives you big income potential, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we need to build globally. So the characteristics of the world that we are living in. Number one, our world is diverse in culture. So as you are going to build globally, you need to understand this. You need to understand characteristics of the world. Number one, diverse culture. Number two, different languages. Number three, different economies. Number four, different values. So if you're going to become a global business person, you must understand what you're going to face. How are you going to build a business in different culture? The way Africans behave is different from how Filipinos behave, though we all have same principles, because we don't variate the principles. The principles remain the same because business principles cut across. And so if you really want to build a business in a different culture, you must be a man who understands principles of business. That even if you don't speak the same language, they will still choose to build a business with you because of the principles, as we shall be saying. Language, do I need to understand Comosta? Do I need to understand Tagalog for me to build with a Filipino? No. I only need to know how to connect. In fact, I have very many Filipinos who are my friend in Philippines, and I'm about to start also on them. So different economies, because if Ugandan economy is doing poorly, but Kenya is doing well, then you can tap into Kenya market. Different values. So very important. That's the characteristics of our world. So this is the world, and I want to do something. To the world, yes, but that's what I want to say. To the world, yes, we are going to the world, but how can you build a strong businesses in a such diverse world? That's the question. How are we going to build strong businesses in such diverse world? How are we talking Jesse to the world? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to answer that question. So these are some few things, some few strategies I've put here, and I call them strategies for Jesse Global Business Success. Number one, we must develop cultural intelligence. The way you see people are talking about spiritual, artificial intelligence, we need cultural intelligence. Develop cultural intelligence, C2, coupled with spiritual intelligence, SI. Because if you can have cultural intelligence and spiritual intelligence, you will never go wrong. You will never go wrong. The ability to connect with people. The ability to connect with people. What a skill. So, number one, develop cultural intelligence. So the question is, how do you develop cultural intelligence? You have to get interested in people. You cannot build a business with people you are not interested in. If I want to build with, let me tell you, I'm already learning your language. I really love, I feel like I want to know what Filipinos like prefer. What do they love? In that, my cultural intelligence will increase because I can easily connect with any Filipino. I can easily connect with you. So you need to develop that cultural intelligence. Can you write it for me, please, if you don't mind, in the message? Cultural intelligence. ¿Cómo está? Cultural what? Intelligence. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. Number two, that we'll need, it's called effective communication. There is no way you can go far away from communication skills if you're going to build globally, because he who knows how to communicate will never go wrong. So communication. How do you communicate? Yes, cultural intelligence. Thank you very much, Boss Chosen. Cultural intelligence. Effective communication. That's number two. Then we have to find a way how we are going to foster inclusivity. Inclusivity. Yeah, like you can work with a poor person, you can work with a rich person, you can work with an average person, you can work with a stupid person, you can work with a wise person, you can work. Do you have a skill to involve everyone? Inclusivity. So you have to foster inclusivity. Find a way to make sure you're effective in communication, you are effective in inclusivity. You can easily include everyone. You can accommodate people, regardless of their skills, regardless of who they are, you can accommodate them. There, you're going global, I can assure you. Number four, we have to establish clear protocols. Let me tell you, different cultures have different protocols. There are some people in their culture, if you don't address them by their title, you have lost them. And this reminds me, one of the training we are going to do is called BANK. BANK. It's BANK. B stands for blueprints. A stands for action. N stands for naturals. K stands for knowledge. When you meet people, every person you meet is in these four categories. Either they're blueprints, either they're action, either they're naturals, or they're knowledge people. For example, engineers. When you are going to do a business with an engineer, you have to have a skill to unlock the code of this engineer. And the more you understand the codes of the people, the more you are going to increase your chances of joining people, the chances of recommending products, and the chances of retaining people. Why? All of us have different codes. So, and that's another, I think, training that we will look at. So please make sure that you are very good at knowing protocols. because different countries have different protocols. And if you're this person who understands the protocol of people, you will never go wrong. Number 4, 5, we have to utilize technology. You have to utilize technology. If you are here, can you say technology? Technology, very important, ladies and gentlemen. Because if your business is not answering technological questions, you will soon be out of business. If your business is not answering technological questions, you will soon be out of business. And we wouldn't want you to be out of business. We would want you to be in business. So make sure that your skills in technology are enhanced, because that is going to help you, ladies and gentlemen. Very important. And then lastly on this, we have to have the skill of building relationships that last. You have relationship. Let me tell you, relationship binds life together. We are all product of relationship. Either it is still working or it is broken. When your dad was related with your mom, they produced you. Either it is still working or not, but there was a relationship. So if we are going to build strong teams globally, we must enhance our skills in building relationship. The ability to build relationships, very important, my champion. Ladies and gentlemen, very important. So these are strategies that we are going to use. Some of the strategies, I just put some few here. Some of the strategies we are going to use for us to build the global business. The global business. Now, as we are coming to an end, apart from that, we have to develop what we call a recruiting mindset. When we go to the market, we must have recruiting skills. Today, I choose to put some few things on recruiting. Number 1, for us to become recruiting machines, we must develop a recruiting mindset. Recruiting itself requires a certain mindset that we shall talk about it in details and practically, and how do it. And when you practice it, you will see, and it will increase your sales. So we have to develop a recruiting mindset. That's number 1. Number 2, for you to become a recruiting machine, you must be this person who can make friends easily. And we make friends first before recruits. We don't go out there to recruit people. We go out there to make friends, because it's so hard for a friend to reject you. I will give an example of how Jesus did it. Found some fishermen. They had fished the whole night, caught nothing. And he didn't come and blame them for catching nothing. He didn't blame them for doing wrong business. He didn't blame them for toiling. He asked them, can I sit and talk to you? They say, you can sit. And he walked in teaching spirit. So he taught them good stuff. And after teaching, he told them, can you put your nets a little bit deeper? Because he had made them friends, Peter looked at him and said, by the way, we've toiled the whole night, caught nothing, but because of how I have seen you doing things, I am paraphrasing the Bible. The way you have talked to us, I will obey you. They put it there and they caught a lot of fish. And he told them, by the way, from today, I'm going to make you fishers of men. Can you imagine the same vocabulary? Because you want to recruit fishermen, you are using the same vocabulary. I will make you fishers of men. When you find engineers, which language do you use? When you want to recruit doctors, which language do you use? When you want to recruit business people, entrepreneurs, which language do you use? Stop using strange language in the market, because every person, they have their market language. The way we have love languages, also business has a language. But that you will understand it when you make them your friends first. And then, of course, we have to develop positive data habits. And we are going to talk about that in details in the next trainings. And tell good stories. Tell good stories. Sponsor your recruits. And listen and be a master at asking good questions. When you are this kind of a man, you will become a recruiting machine. You recruit everyone. Trust me, I can recruit anyone and anywhere, even on the street. Why? Because what I'm showing you, I use it. By the way, I'm not teaching what I read in books. I'm teaching what I do. I'm teaching what I use daily. And therefore, This is not another motivation. I am not a motivational speaker, ladies and gentlemen, because when you motivate an idiot, you have a motivated idiot. When you motivate a thief, you have a motivated thief, and you don't know what the thief can do to the village. Life does not begin with motivation. It begins with revelation. And revelation is the product of teaching. Revelation is a product of education. When you are well mentored, and then you get a revelation, and the revelation produces a vision, and that vision will make you an unstoppable person. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to recruit. So overcoming common challenges in this, because as you're going to the market, some of the challenges, negotiation differences, because different markets negotiate differently. So you have to be a good negotiator, because it's one of the best skills you can ever learn globally. He who becomes a good negotiator will never be poor. If you don't know how to negotiate, they will negotiate for you. And guess what? They will negotiate for you very little. So as you're going global, you have to be good at negotiation. Number two, hierarchy differences. You have to be knowing those differences in the market. Hierarchy, language barriers, presentation skills, misunderstandings. You have to really overcome all these things. You have to have ability to accommodate culture shocks, because these things you are going to face them in the market. But the more you level up your skills, the more you're going to find that these things are easy. So attitude for global prospecting. This is the attitude that we are going to have. People don't see your product or service first, they see your attitude. Even globally. As you are talking to me on phone, as you are talking to me on Zoom or on webinar, I'm already seeing your attitude. And I can tell this person is going to make Sorry, guys, I had gone off. Technological challenges, but I hope I am still loud and clear. Am I loud and clear? Can someone please let me know if I'm still loud and clear? Okay, good. I am loud and clear. So we are saying that people don't see your product or service first, they see your attitude. So the number one goal for any global leader is to check your attitude. Number two, we have to understand that positive attitude attracts leaders in business. If you can ask Nixon, when Nixon, we talked about this business, I told him I want to talk to your upline, I want to talk to your leader, and he brought on the call Mr. JMK. JMK, we talked, and guess what? I told Kane, this is good. You are the right person to work with. And guess what? I am signed up. And how many companies prospect me every day? 1,000, 100, okay, 10 at least a week. But I have refused because I had retired from network marketing for 5 years, and I am training most network marketing in Africa. They consult with me. They're in my mentorship. Now imagine now coming back to the industry. What does that mean? I need to work with somebody with a great attitude, and that's Mr. GMK. Can we give him a mighty hand clap? Our GMK. GMK, what a great man. Guys, can you clap for GMK? Can you clap for GMK? If you're not clapping and I'm seeing you, I will come and visit you. Someone is clapping. Wow. GMK, thank you for being a great man, a great leader that is taking us to the best places in the world. Thank you, GMK. So negative attitude, of course, will attract the like. A leader with a great mental capacity can open any market. So what we are going to do in this mentorship is to make sure we attract, we build with the right attitude, because with the right attitude, we are going to open any market. A new mindset will result to new results. I can assure you on that. And guess what? Mindset forms our attitude. Our attitude forms our behavior. Our behavior control our action leads to results, and that's what we call performance. So if you want to really change your team work ethic, we have to deal with the mindset first, and then the rest will change. So ladies and gentlemen, the question is, what are you feeding your mind? What is it that you're feeding your mind every day? And some of us, we have chosen to feed our mind with drama, bad news, and negativity. And guess what kind of life you're going to produce? The same. But some of us, we can choose to feed our mind with discipline, positivity, and dreams. What are we going to produce? A good life. A good life. So choose what you feed your mind every day, because from that, we are going to become better leaders. You can choose to be like this lazy man who is in the meeting and is sleeping during office hours and is affecting the entire team. Or you can choose to be this person who is working with his team, because the only disability in life is a bad attitude. The disability is not you not having arms, don't you not see? No, the real disability is having a mind that you are not using. And ladies and gentlemen, I would want us to choose a positive mindset. I would want us to choose to be that person who say, yes, 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 yes. That person who is saying, yes, 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 yes. A person who is so proactive, a person who is working with people. So I have a question for you, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see your Jesse global business? Can you visualize it daily? Can you see your team in different nations, having 1,000 people in Uganda, having 10,000 people in Kenya, having over 50,000 people in Arab Emirates? Can you see it? Do you have a clear picture of your business? If you can, then you are the right person to work with. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you a story as I conclude. I want to give you this wonderful story. One day, there was a farmer who picked an eagle, and he brought this eagle. He brought this eagle in the chicks. He had a hen at home which was hatching, and this eagle grew up with chicken, and this eagle started thinking like a chicken. But the farmer was disappointed, feeling like, wait a minute, this is an eagle. It is supposed to fly, because eagles are the only birds that can go 4 miles up. Eagles don't eat rubbish, they eat fresh. Eagles have what we call high visual acuity. They see far. Eagles, they live up to 100, up to 70 years. In fact, up to 70 years, eagles. But at 40 years, they have to make a radical decision. So this farmer started teaching this eagle to behave and to be like an eagle. To be like what? To be like an eagle. So he started teaching it how to fly. Can you fly? The eagle refused to fly. Can you fly? The eagle refused to fly. And the eagle was disappointed with this. The farmer was disappointed with his eagle. So he went on the top of the house, he released it. The eagle couldn't fly because the eagle had become like a chicken because it grew up with chicken. So this farmer says, however much I love you, my eagle, I'm going to give you 2 options. You are either going to fly or you are going to die. So he went on the top of the mountain, and down the mountain there was a river flowing at a terrible speed. And he said, I love you, but today I want you to become yourself. I am tired of seeing a chicken in you. You are an eagle, you are not a chicken. So he released it, and the eagle thought, this is the usual business. I will fly a little bit and land. Little did the eagle know that this time it's not usual business. Down there was a river flowing at a terrible speed. So it started flying, not flying, but just going down lazy. But the fact that it has high visual acuity, it saw something different, something abnormal. Like most people don't change until abnormal situation happen to them. And out of fear, it started releasing the wing. It started releasing the wing because it was seeing water flowing at a terrible speed. And out of fear, the eagle released the wings and it started flying. And the farmer was watching his eagle taking its first flight. The farmer was so happy looking at his eagle flying, and he said, "Yes, you are an eagle. You are not a chicken. Yes, you can fly." And that day, the farmer was happy. Let me ask you a question. How many people do you know in your life? They have settled to become chickens, yet they're eagles. How many people do you know in life? Because of the level of their education, they think they cannot make it. How many people do you know in life, in your countries? But because of their background, they have never overcome their philosophy in their family. And all they can do is what they think they can do. Today, I am here to tell you, you are an eagle. You are not a chicken. You can build a global business. We can go global. And if you're that man who says we can go global, can you show me your camera and say, yes, we are going global? Can you say, yeah, global, global? Are we going global, ladies and gentlemen? Can you write for me the word global? We are eagles. We are going to go out there and transform the world. Why? We have all it takes to become that. So if you're an eagle, can you write for me the word? Can you say global? We are going global. We are going to fly and fly and fly like eagle. Are you flying, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready to fly with us? Are you ready to go global? Are you chosen? Have you been chosen by God to do great things? Yes. What can limit you then? Go global. Because if God be for you, yes, we are going global, and we are going global. Mr. Kane, you please would you about the mentorship that we are going to be conducting together. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you so much. You're in my heart. I can't wait to hug most of you in different markets. I can't wait to work together to make sure that we cause change and transformation in people's lives. This is Jonathan, Mr. Purpose, and I am your friend. I love you so much. God bless you. Mr. Ken, can you take it up from me?
Yeah. What a wonderful training from our Mr. Purpose, just like what I told you. Is it worth it? Is it worth of your time attending, Mr. Jonathan? And by the way, the training that he's talking about is will be posted in our Facebook group. That's gonna be start next week. It's a 4-week course. So he's going to teach us on how to do JC globally, specifically to different nationalities. And it's gonna be on Sunday. It's 10 a.m. UAE time and 9 a.m. for Qatar, Uganda, and Saudi. The workshop will start on March 8th, starting March 8th, March 15, March 22, and March 29. So this for Sunday. So how much it will be? It's gonna be $100, and I think it's 374 dirhams, and that's 5,704 peso. This is not for everyone. If you just wanted to level up yourself or your skill to a level to for you to have international edge in our business, then you can enroll, and the details will be posted in our Facebook group. So with that, guys, can we give a round of applause for Mr. Jonathan? It's really good, right? Imagine we have international speakers speaking in our group, and it's really a blessing, and it's really God's will to be that Jonathan is part of our group. So with that, guys, the recording will also be posted in a while after the render. So with that, thank you so much and see you soon. God bless everyone. Goodbye.